And welcome back to Dubbo Sports World, where I'm here with Anton Croxford for the under-17s National Girls 3rd versus 4th semi-final here in the National Junior Indoor Cricket Championships. So looking forward to the game just about to start. Welcome, Anton.
Yeah, thank you, Dave. Yeah, so we got Cyclones bowling first against New South Wales Blues. So you'll see that two New South Wales teams, the ones wearing the purple predominantly uniform are the country team, and in the blue is the Metropolitan team.
So looking
Had
forward
a great rivalry.
Yep. Two New South Wales teams, and there was only 2 runs difference in the qualifying round in the previous game. Went down to the last ball, so looking forward to a great contest here as Graham opens the bowling. And nice shot into the ground, down and up to get the Blues underway. 2 runs there. So we've got Sarah Young opening the batting. And Lara Graham opening the bowling. And a lovely outswinger past the outside edge of the bat there.
Yeah, so this New South Wales Country Cyclones side, not specifically this group of girls, but the under-17s girls, have won the previous 2 tournaments, national champions.
Angelina Jenford on strike and plays forward very correctly. Now both batters are at one end. The keeper throws it up, but missed there by Smith. So they're through safely for a single. But Young calling Jenford through and didn't quite pick up the message. Don't think there was internet coverage there. Graham bowls, drives nicely, straight there to the fielder. Well fielded in at the 3 line there by Leeson. But both these girls driving confidently on the front foot. Young this time lays back and cuts into the side net for 2. The Cyclones, tremendous effort from Country New South Wales, current holders of the National Championship. Graham getting some nice outswing here. And same again, but on the front foot. Cut off, they get through for 1. Backhand comes in. There's an appeal for a run out, and she's out. So always a danger, Anton, running when you hit straight.
Yeah, look, just a little bit of miscommunication there. Not the right call. Definitely not what they needed early on in this partnership.
So Claire Lennon in there, close.
That's the over there. So you'll see the umpire for this game is Jonathan Momsen, who's also from New South Wales. So all New South Wales affair. It's actually from the Newcastle area.
So we have Chloe Johnson ready to bowl now. This one just pushes it down leg side. Handy 2 for the Blues. A maiden over the first over with the run out. On a good length, just darting into the player there. So just hitting her on the leg.
Nice tight bowling here from the Cyclones.
Jenford on strike. And a confident drive this time. They just get through. Lennon, a nice backhander into the stumps, but can't beat the batter home. Sarah Young getting through quickly. As the smell of bacon and egg waft through the commentary position.
Just got a whiff of that.
Keeps us going as Johnson bowls. And through the legs this time of Young. And some decent pace being generated here from Chloe Johnson. Nice strong in her bowling action. Pushes this one down leg side.
It's like a bit of an effort ball then. Try to push it through and just spraying down the leg side. She's had a good tournament, Chloe. Total of 7 wickets. So one of their stronger bowlers.
And again down leg side. So
nice take there by the keeper.
that's an over. So a few extras that over, but 8 now for the Blues off 2 overs. Yeah, Chloe Johnson, energetic bowling action and generating some good pace.
Nice consolidating over there by the New South Wales Blues team after that 0 over first. 8 runs on the board, going to the third.
So Anna Leeson here, bowling now to Genford, and just clamps down on that one, no run. Goes into the field of Taylor. Leeson bowls, drives and plays and misses. Just following that one as it drifted wider. Third ball here for the Blues. They have to score this ball. Drives confidently for 2, the side net. A ping there from...
A direct hit there would have had her.
Graham. And they get through for 2. This time carted away again, and Leeson tries to backhand it. On a good length and confidently stroked, and a backhand there from Johnson. Just misses the stumps. They get through for 2. Johnson, Lennon. A full toss this time and played again into that offside area. 2 more. These batters working well together now. Good over from the Blues.
Yep.
Young 7, Genford 9. Score is 16.
Just a bit wide off stump there, giving him a little bit too much room to play those easy drives into the 2 nets. Need to get a little bit straighter into the body here, Cyclones.
So Lennon bowling now and pushes that one down leg side. A few extras so far in this innings from the Cyclones.
Yeah, they'll be re-bowled, I imagine, everyone that's bowled this over.
Plays it to Johnson, pings the stumps, but she's in a crease still. Sharp work from Johnson.
Much better ball there. You can see it's just much straighter. A little bit shorter.
4th over for this pair, score 18. Nice high action and carved away into the side net by Young. 2 more. You see that's a favourite shot of hers. Shortish on the front foot, but no run this time. Genford and Young being very careful not to run anything straight here.
Yeah, I think they had a mix-up in that first over, and they've done quite well since then. Good communication.
Again, straight they go this time, and the throw comes in, but I think Smith removed the bars before the ball came in, so not out. One scored. This on wide and just into the Johnson, the backhand. Nice work to Hendono, but couldn't beat the batter home. These Cyclones fielders are quick in there. Johnson, Lennon, Graham seem to work well together. Full. And driven, Johnson backhand. Hendono takes the stumps. Must be close, not out. 2 scored. So 9 off that over from Claire Lennon. And this pair realised 25 runs. So after 1 or 2 early mishaps, Anton, Young and Genford finished off pretty well.
Yeah, just the 1 wicket in that opening over for the pair. So nice strong start from the New South Wales Blues, 25 on the board. Second pair will be looking to maintain that momentum in the previous 3 overs.
Cyclones fielders pretty sharp in close there, I notice, but they've probably just been let down a little bit by a few of the extras, a few leg sides outside off stump.
Yeah, just taking the foot off a little bit. Every time they bowl an extra, it just hands the New South Wales Blues 2 extra runs without any fuss whatsoever. So see what they can do now with hand on.
And a nice drive up, it's cut off. 1 run, Smith has a ping. Smith almost executed a run out there, so she saved the 5.
One big out for the New South Wales Blues for this game. Hannah Darlington won't be playing.
Handono past the outside edge. And almost went up in elation there, Anita. Very close to the off stump. Oh, up-ish, and she knocks it up. Johnson completes the catch. Sharp reflexes to get her hands to it initially, but it just knocked straight up in the air, and she completed the catch. So, Handono finding a length.
Yeah, just a little bit early on that shot by the look of it, and just pushed it into the fielder there at cover.
Cuts solidly, 2 runs. So Emily Lawler just dismissed, but nice recovery there. She's been joined by Tracy McGrath on strike now. Handono bowls. All she can do is clamp down on that one. So we can't miss Tracy. Those, looks like she's got a new pair of shoes there, Anton.
Yeah, they're nice and bright.
I think they glow in the dark as well. I think they'll be useful tonight. Anyway, Handono bowls. Full up-ish. No one can get that. Rebounds quickly off the roof for 2. So opening the arms there, McGrath.
Yeah, just pushing that one a little bit wide of off, and she gave it a nice flurry of the bat there.
So Handono, the normal keeper, taken 3 wickets this week, but just about every one of those balls hitting a good length.
Yeah, it was a great over.
Smith to bowl and trying to pull, and the throw comes in and just misses.
Yeah, McGrath not timing it there. Ball just got a little bit big on her, and she just bunted it to the 3 fielder on the leg side.
Smith bowls and an inside edge onto the back net. They don't run. No run. So Kirsten Smith had a particularly good week with the ball. 9 wickets. Tends to bowl a little off the wrong foot. Floats it up and solidly hit into the off net and pinged there. The stumps, just misses from Graham. Smith on the stumps, hit into the leg net there from McGrath. 2 more. Hit that one off a good length, McGrath. Floats it up and well driven. Could be 3 there. Lennon pings, but no hit there.
It's been a good over so far for the Blues.
Well executed drive from Lawler. Smith and pulled that around off the middle stump. McGrath for 2 more. So, yeah, really effective over from the Blues. So, Smith conceding 10 runs off that over. Scored 35. What do you think would be looking to score here for a winning score, either of these sides?
Yeah, look,
Anton?
I think they're going to be wanting to hit those triple figures. It's probably a pass score of about 90. But anything over 100, the team batting first would be quite happy with, I believe. Don't know, what was that score in the game that went down to the last
87 to 85.
Yeah, so
the last game,
goes to show anything over 90 is going to be still tough to chase down.
So Taylor with some off spin here, bowls to McGrath. She lays back and cuts it over the head there of Graham.
Good shot by McGrath there.
So 2 runs scored. Opens her arms, misses that one. Handono quick behind the stumps, but in her crease.
Just not picking up the length there for that shot.
Comes down the wicket, up-ish. That'll probably be a 3, I think. Emily Lawler chancing her arm, but paying off that time. Score on a 40. Tries to pull into the side net, but didn't cross, so no run. On the stumps, playing across the line, but McGrath gets it through, proving effective. 2 more of the total. So after 7 overs, 7 off that over from Abby Taylor. In fact, I don't think that was, yeah. Score 42.
Now this pair building towards that same score that the first pair got of 25. I'll be very happy to get that once again.
So Emma Hughes into the attack. Emma, the leading wicket taker for New South Wales Cyclones this week. Oh, hits her on the leg. That one going towards leg stump. But of course, playing a shot in indoor cricket, can't be out. So she's taken 12 wickets this week and only conceded 31 runs. Quite an amazing effort. Oh, you can see why. They ball off the leg and the umpire says not out.
Yeah.
Johnson.
Right call there, clearly off the knee.
Johnson assumed that was a catch, but
any bat there whatsoever. But it does bring about a 3rd ball for Hughes.
Full toss in the air, but it hits the ground. 2 scored. Lawler and McGrath have hit a few in the air, but not too many to hand at this stage. Full, drives and misses. So some decent pace being generated here by Emma Hughes. So this is her 8th game, only conceded 31 runs. Superb performance from her. And clean bowls her through the defence.
She's been angling into the leg stump this whole over and finally beats the bat and the legs.
Yeah, I think McGrath and Lawler have got their legs in the way a couple of times this over, but not that time.
Very timely wicket for Cyclones, just as this pair was building towards that 25 total.
Full and nicely cover driven. Johnson the throw in, but can't prevent the 2. Well executed drive from Lawler.
Great over by Hughes.
Emma Hughes, 12 wickets and another wicket that over, getting through the defence. Just sheer pace, really, beating the defence of Lawler there. So 41 the score, 16 that pair. The Cyclones seem to work well as a unit, and you get the feeling there's more wickets to come.
Yeah, look, I think just like Hughes bowled there, bowl those tight lines. Have got quite handy fielders in the front court, and if they're not affecting run-outs, they'll be building pressure. So
Sophie Heath and Jade Errington into bat for the Blues. But 41, the game well poised at the moment. As we knew in the qualifying game, the winning total was 87. So, look, heading towards that. But the Blues are going to have to bat well to beat some of this fielding, I think, from the Cyclones. They need to be a very athletic team. Reigning holders of the championship, of course. So 3rd versus 4th. Winning team going through the preliminary final. Graham bowls short, pulled around to the back net. They don't run. No run there.
Yeah, a little bit of nerves there. That one definitely would have been a wide down the leg side, but just wanted to get some bat on the ball, obviously very early.
Lara Graham on the legs. Straight to Lennon, to the keeper, Handono, and a run out made with lots of time to spare. As you say, Anton, maybe a little bit of nerves, hit it straight to the fielder and they took off.
Yeah, look, that was just a little bit of poor cricket there from the girls. Clearly hit straight to the hands, and there was no chance of a run there, especially with the clean fielding and the good service to the keeper.
Graham, it's straight up in the air, it doesn't go to hand. There's no one there at the runner's end. Appeal for a run out, but not out. So Errington, after top edging that one into the roof, did stay in a crease, probably a sensible thing to do. Avoid the run out, and eventually got through for one. So on the stumps, clamped down on that one, no run. Handono, very athletic, jumping in the air and putting that underhand through the legs, hitting the stumps. I think she might have done that before, Anton.
Yeah, a little bit of curios in that.
Short, glanced into the side. A late decision to run by Errington, but called through from her partner.
Still really good tight bowling here. Cramping for room and really bringing in their front court fielders.
Short, played and missed by Heath. And that's an over. So -2 off that first over from the pair.
Yeah, good over by Graham. In every pair now, the first 3 pairs, has been a wicket in that opening over. Does make it hard for the New South Wales Blues to build when you're consistently starting quite well, quite ordinary.
This one outside off stump and inside the allowable width. Third ball for the batters. Have to score this ball. Smith right on the middle stump and driven to Graham. Just a little bit of a fumble meant that she couldn't get it onto the stumps quick enough. So a single.
Yeah, she hit that ball quite well there, Angelina.
Treated with respect, that ball by Errington.
No call for a run there.
No. So Kirsten Smith angling the ball in at the batter here, right on the stumps again. Middle stump. Well cut off by Lennon. Hits the stumps. What a great bit of fielding in there. Very sharp to pluck it with the right hand and throw the stumps down.
Yeah, these two just making some bad decisions with the running. Again, that ball was clearly going towards the fielder, and much better off just calling the no and waiting for the easy runs.
Smith straight down there, and it's rebounded off the hand onto the back net for 5. So a gallant attempt to catch that ball by Smith. Kirsten Smith, a brilliant diving effort, but as happens sometimes in indoor cricket, the deflection puts it past the fielder on the back net. This ball turned around to the back net and a 1 scored. Leeson can't stop that one. So Kirsten Smith proving awkward for the batters there, swinging the ball in from quite a height.
Yeah, she's got a nice tall arm action.
But a very handy 5 scored there during that over. So the score 41, as it was 2 overs ago at the halfway mark. So the Cyclones, this is a good pair for them. Anna Lennon bowling now. And a nice drive. Lennon pings at the stumps, but missing for 2 runs. I think this is Anna Lennon. And
it is, yeah.
Leeson on the shirt. But
I think she's got Leeson on the shirt.
Yeah.
Quite a well-renowned name, actually, the Leeson name in New South Wales country and blues, actually.
Might have been a spare shirt floating around the showroom.
Yeah, so she's an ex-Cyclones and blues player.
Okay. Two Lennons playing in this game. Perhaps that's differentiating them. And nicely clipped into the off net. And a nice ping from Graham, but just misses. So I've got a feeling one of those is going to hit soon. They've had a lot of shots at the stumps at the runner's end, but haven't hit us yet. Heath on strike. Back cuts into the ground, but Johnson throws it in there. She's sharp in there. Chloe Johnson. Drives and misses. Handono not quite taking it cleanly. Quite tough for the keepers, those half volleys. Again, plays and misses. So Anna Lennon finishing well and keeping the ball pitched up all during that over.
Yeah, they'll be starting on third ball here in this last over of the third pair.
Score 48. So this third pair has been a good one for the Cyclones. Only 7 runs conceded. So we've got Claire Lennon this time. Bowling her second over. Right on the stumps. Back defends. Chloe Johnson stops it. And 1 run.
Well played there.
Outside edge, they don't run this time into the back net. So Cyclones, their outfits, certainly very eye-catching, good colours. Purple and the yellow. And drive off the front foot, Graham backhands, but well played there from
Great
Errington.
shot. Definitely don't want to be losing a wicket in this last over here.
Full and clean bowled through the defences of Heath.
Commentator's curse once again. Good job.
But Claire Lennon, that ball is a ripper.
Yeah, definitely deserved a wicket. Could have cut back, taking the top of middle stump there.
That ball started to swing away and then cut back nicely. So in between bat and pad, bat and leg, Lennon bowls. Oh, outside edge, straight into Handona's midriff. Very hard to take those ones. But she did well to get a body behind it and no run scored. I don't know how you get those, Anton.
Yeah, look, it's all about hand-eye coordination and it's an exceptional skill to be able to take those kind of takes.
Lennon bowls, plays and misses. Claire Lennon bowling a brilliant length. Very hard to play for the batsman here. So a fine finish to her spell. And just 5 scored off that pair for the Blues.
Yeah, Cyclones fought back extremely well. Obviously, that first pair started off quite well, 25, and they've put the brakes on ever since then.
Yeah, starting to get on top in this game and getting some momentum, 46. The last pair to get a winning score here or winning total, you'd think would have to try to edge towards 30 in this last pair.
Yeah, they need 70 plus here to have any kind of pressure on the Cyclones batting.
So Christian McCormack and Bethany Jenkins coming to the crease. McCormack very tall, so she might have some hitting ability here. But I've just been impressed with the Cyclones' work as a unit, their work in the field, and their disciplined bowling.
Yeah, they do all the simple things really right. Shows the sign that they've been coached really well.
Yep.
Coach Troy McKinnon's done a great job. He's coached them all to their national championships.
So Chloe Johnson into the attack. Pulled around by Jenkins for a run. Played forward and they run well. So McCormack not really using your feet a lot, but just stroking the ball nicely with the vertical bat. 3 for 2. Full. Jenkins plays it straight down the wicket. She goes, hits the stumps direct, hit Graham.
Yeah, mix up there between
hesitation.
both batters. Just
hesitation. The ball was straight. Generally, as a rule, they won't run on those, but unless it's a third ball. But Jenkins hit it and took off. And I think hesitation from McCormack. But obviously, you've got to finish and execute the throw, which Graham did perfectly. Lara Graham. Down leg side, this one called, so. So the Cyclones have generally asked the question of the Blues batters. Bowling full and straight. This one again, no exception, but playing back and hitting it into the net by McCormack. McCormack's hit 56 runs this week, and Jenkins 88. Short, straight to Johnson, pings at the stumps and misses. Leeson that was, sorry. Johnson's bowling, of course. So used to seeing Johnson field in that position, but...
Yeah, missed opportunity there. I haven't missed too many Cyclones, but definitely straight to the hands and easy run-out opportunity.
That one she could have almost thrown to the keeper.
Yeah, just a simple slap or easy throw to the keeper would have affected the run-out. Seeing the neighbouring court, the 1v2 semi-final, Queensland and Victoria. Queensland batting first and struggling a little bit.
Pulled in the air, a hand owner, oh sorry, just the replacement keeper there, just failing to take it, but flown off the bat there from Jenkins for 1.
The winner of this game will play the loser out of the game next to us.
And missed there by McCormack, down leg side, but called within the allowable zone by the umpire.
Yeah, it's a real tight call there. If it's touching the line, it's actually wide, and I have a feeling that probably would have been a wide.
So McCormack into the side net. Building a nice innings, McCormack. Straight down the wicket. They don't run this time. McCormack was halfway down. That's interesting. Maybe the ball hit Smith's leg. I thought it hit the stumps and rebounded back, but... Full tries to sweep, does so effectively off the back net. 1 run scored. Sweeping that one off a middle stump there, Bethany Jenkins.
So this pair slowly building.
Score 54. On the stumps, played straight back down the pitch by McCormack. And Handono proving very accurate again.
Yeah, great figures there. 1 for 5 off her 2.
So Jenkins 5, McCormack 3. Score is 8. These 2 overs so far in this pair. Abby Taylor on the bowl.
Yeah. Novocastrian girl, Abby.
Bowls are off spin, and Jenkins off the foot of her fellow batter. So that saves a run for the Cyclones.
Yeah, that could have gone anywhere there. They're quite fortunate, the Cyclones.
Short and pulled into the ground. Kept off the net by Lennon and hits the stumps.
Yeah, a bit disappointed that they're not hitting the nets here. That's 2 balls that probably should have hit nets and just going through for the singles.
Anna Lennon, accurate throw there on the leg side. Is this off the top edge? No, just missed that one.
I think it might have got a bit of glove on that because that should have been wide if you...
Maybe the umpire did
Bit of
call it
wrist.
off the glove.
Yeah.
This one up Ishley and bounces in front of Graham. 1 run. So again, no side net. Abby bowling her off spinners tightly here. Just bowling that line. We're coming in from outside off stump. This one down leg side and hit into the side net by McCormack. 2 runs. This one up Ishley and just dropped there from Taylor and hit the stump Smith. So again, a valiant attempt to catch that ball by Taylor and just failing just to take that catch, but a great effort. So 60 the score, 14 for this pair, 1 over remaining. So Anton, they'd want to get up perhaps over 70 really to give themselves something competitive.
Yeah, look, and it's definitely possible in this last over. Obviously, every wide and no ball will be re-bowled, I imagine. So she'll need to be nice and tight, Emma Hughes, but she
hits her on the foot. And we saw Hughes in her first over in this game strike the batter several times. Her pace does worry the opposition. Ball full and what a powerful shot from Jenkins. Throw comes in from Graham, hits the stumps. Not out. Sharp work from Graham.
It's a nice shot there.
Yeah, Jenkins creaming that one into the offside, into the off net.
Using the pace that Hughes is generating.
Full and Yorkshire just missed the off stump. And the Cyclones, this will be a critical weapon as they go further into the competition. Emma Hughes is bowling at the death. Full again on the stumps. Lovely drive
shot
through to the back net. I think that's 5. Hitting the net right in front of us, Anton. So
great shot by McCormack. Yeah.
Hughes won't be used to that. I expect this ball maybe to be a bit quicker. This ball full and Jenkins turns it off her hip. Lennon just can't quite hit the stumps there, so 2 more. It's just the over the Blues wanted.
Yeah, it's
69.
definitely put them back in the game. At least got something to bowl out here. See what McCormack does though. She just hit it for 5 the previous.
Full drives again over the head of the bowler, but this time Smith backs up. So really effective finish by the 2 Blues players there, Jenkins and McCormack, particularly that 5 from Kristen McCormack.
It's a really strong over. Obviously, seen what Hughes can do with the ball, and those 2 played her really well.
Yeah, look, Hughes, only, as we said earlier, only conceding 31 runs in the competition up until now, going for 9 runs for 2 overs, which is still pretty good indoor cricket standards, but that last over went for 10.
Yeah.
So some really good batting, using the pace of the ball, but what a prospect Emma Hughes is. She really attacked the stumps and quick as well. So, yeah, great to see those skills on show here.
Yeah, definitely a talent to keep an eye on.
So we saw in the first game between these 2 teams, the score was 87-85 in a very closely fought contest where we saw that game. So 70, whether that will be enough, certainly the Blues will have to keep taking wickets.
Yeah, that will be the key. Consistent bowling and taking every opportunity that comes their way. They have a whole heap of runs to work with. So I'll need a good start here in this first pair. They'll be looking for probably a single-figure start. Really put the pressure on the other 3 pairs to get the runs. Push this game as far as they can.
And we saw the Cyclones fielding. You know, they seem to be very well drilled. Chloe Johnson in close there, the Lennon girls as well. Everyone contributed, and we saw that they consistently took some wickets, got some run-outs. 25 was the highest score by any pair, and those middle pairs only 21 runs. So that's where the Cyclones really got on top. So the Blues will have to repeat that sort of fielding performance They'll have to have some key fielders. Their fielders in the front half of the court have to be on song to put the Cyclones under pressure. But if they get away to a quick start, maybe 50-60 off the first two pairs, they'll be in a great position.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they open up with. Looks like Hughes has come through the gate as well as Johnson. Just pull up their stats really quickly. Emma Hughes has scored 82 runs and Johnson 109. So Johnson obviously the stronger of the two, or who's had the better tournament with the bat. We saw what Hughes did with the ball. They're really looking for a solid foundation here, this opening pair.
And we've seen if you bowl short or short of length on these courts, and we have the floorboards here, as you were saying before, the wooden floorboards underneath, the ball holds up a bit.
Yeah,
so the batters have got plenty of time to hit the side net. So we saw the Cyclones bowl very full length. So that'll be a key for the Blues as well.
They've really got to bowl full and straight here, I think. They've got to try and get through the defences. So umpire not quite ready.
And Jelena Genford very keen to get into it. Almost beating the umpire to the punch. So she'll be bowling to Emma Hughes.
Good start.
Oh, almost through defences completely. Gosh, compared to a run-up, that ball came through very quickly. So
Emma Hughes getting a bit of her own medicine there.
Hit her on the back foot. I'm sure that would have bowled her.
Yep. Oh,
this time again. Can you believe that? I think if you were playing outdoor cricket, you'd be going up, running down to the keeper celebrating.
She's yet to get reward for these great deliveries. Hopefully she can do something with the third ball.
Shortish this time and put around by Hughes.
Oh, great fielding on the leg side there.
Jenkins very quick to scoop it up.
It's funny how when you bowl two absolute peaches of deliveries and you get the third ball opportunity, you think you just bowl the same ball again.
Upish this time from Johnson and just to ground, so 2 runs.
Wow, dude, we talked about these opportunities and you know there might not be too many for the Blues. They've got to take every single bit more urgency in the field, on their toes.
And played by Hughes, getting over the top of that one. And a very athletic Sophie Heath bouncing off the back net. Brand new nets here, so getting...
Genford not getting reward for bowling yet.
Genford pushing that one down leg side. And that's an over, so 7 off the first over for...
Cyclones will be happy with that after the way she started that over. Some exceptionally good bowling.
Yeah, 2 potentially wicket-taking balls, first 2 balls. But the benefit of getting your feet behind the ball. Saved Hughes a couple of times.
That's where they need to put it, though, the Blues. They've got to bowl nice and full and straight. Nothing short.
Lorna Bolter, inside edge. This time, Hughes not getting a foot in the way. And I think that ball would have missed the stumps, but an inside edge just helped it onto the stumps. Good start by Emily Lawler. We talked about that full length, Anton. It's proving true so far. Full this time, squeezed it into the off net, well played, 2 runs. A little backhand from McCormack, hits the stumps. Full, a nicely driven cut off there by Genford, and just keeps it to 1. It was an important hand from Genford. It's heading towards the back net. Full and inside edge onto the back net by Hughes. So
neither of these two really been able to hit the ball with any kind of ascendancy. Some good bowling early.
Yeah, creating an awkward angle. Lawler, right arm around. And just playing it. Jenkins just passed the hand of her. 2 runs, so Jenkins feeling very close there. So now she's going back more towards the side net, being pulled back by the coaches, I think. Short and driven by Hughes, but again inside edge, but it gets through. 2 runs. So the score is 8 or 11 now. It might have been 3 that last ball, actually.
Yeah, I think the inside edge just trickling to the 3 net.
So this is the Cyclones have picked up a couple of wickets in this pair. Is what they needed. Oh, sorry, the Blues. So Jade Errington into the attack. Shortish and lovely straight drive and just missed there by Heath. 1 scored. Just needed to pick that up cleanly.
Yeah, the captain, Sophie Heath, should be pretty disappointed with that. The ball came back quite quickly, but just a little bit keen to get it in the hands and couldn't take it cleanly.
Oh, hit into the eye, unfortunately,
called.
of Jenkins. So hopefully she's all right.
She's copped that one in the face, but a trainer will be going on court shortly. Hopefully she's okay.
That one, Emma Hughes hit that one very hard, and we hope that Bethany Jenkins is okay. We spoke earlier last over how close she was in there. Just shows you the courage needed for fielding close in these positions in indoor cricket. Quite a few of the girls wear mouth guards, Anton, for those sorts of occasions, but we just hope that she hasn't got any sort of ongoing injury there.
Yeah, when you field that close, you're really putting yourself in the firing line. Unfortunately, she's popped the full brunt there. Not sure where exactly she's got it. Hopefully, it's nowhere near around the face. The eye socket is obviously the biggest.
In that situation,
worry
when
you
the
have
ball
there.
goes up in the air, is the ball dead there, or is it just the fact that Hughes stopped running when she saw?
Yeah, it's purely an umpire's call.
Right.
He'll make a call on whether he believes that the injury sustained is significant enough to call it a dead ball.
Yeah, look,
it was the right call there because obviously it's hurt her.
Yeah, and Hughes was showing concern for the fielder straight away, not looking to run.
They do have the option of a sub fielder if she's not fit to continue.
She may, not sure if it's hit her just above the eye, but it can be a real shock when you get hit in that part of the face. If you get hit in the nose or the eye, it does shock you. And particularly when the indoor cricket balls are new, you know, they are quite hard.
Yeah.
They soften up as they get used
and
more.
The seam can be quite harsh as well, so it can actually break the skin and cut the skin. So hopefully she's caught more of a glancing blow rather than a...
Yeah, we saw at the end of the 13s and under semi-final off the last ball, actually.
Yeah, I did see that, actually.
Young Clark, I think it was.
And it's interesting on that occasion, the umpire chose not to call that a dead ball.
Yeah. And they went through for a run.
Oh, this is good to see. She's up and about.
So
yet to see whether she'll continue. Looks like she's definitely keen to, trying to rejoin her team.
Doesn't look like there's any blood or anything. There might be a bit of a shiner, I think. She's having a bit of a laugh now.
Yeah.
So
well, that's good signs. Be interesting to see if she stays in that position, actually.
Yeah, she might have left, maybe around in the left eye region, but she's having a bit of a laugh with her supporters on the sidelines.
Might have a little bit of a shiner there.
Yeah, it's all right once the pain goes away. You can show off to your friends how tough you are, but
yeah.
Anyway, Errington bowls again. We resume. This ball played and missed outside off stump. And Jenkins there just, she's still fielding in that same position, this time a bit closer to the side net. Down next side, this one goes in her direction. And just taken off by the keeper, but they get through for 2. So Errington running in and the keeper still fixing up the bails. Short, not getting up and pulled around for 2.
Cyclones building nicely in his first pair. Still an over and 2 balls to go.
Short again. And plenty of time has Johnson. And nicely turned onto the stumps by Young, but they all go up, but not out.
Nice bit of fielding there. Obviously the important thing for the umpire to keep an eye on is that the fielder actually has right of way. So if they're fielding the ball, the batsmen are obliged to go around the fielders.
Young has another shot at the stumps and misses this time at the non-strikers, so 2 more to Hughes. And that's the end of that over. And 9 conceded off that rather elongated over due to the knock that Bethany Jenkins got, but she's okay now, which was a relief. So just checking her out now.
Just checking her vision, making sure she can.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been cleaned up once or twice playing indoor cricket fielding, so I'm not sure if that right-of-way rule applied in that situation, but yeah. Anyway, we've got the new over. Hughes pulls. Jenkins quick onto that one, but didn't quite grab it cleanly. So we can see whenever someone bowls short here, it does sit up. It gives the batters plenty of time. So McGrath now short again, hits her in the shoulder. And no run there. So a bit soon on that one, Johnson. Through the shot.
And McGrath just digging that in a little bit more than what we've seen previously.
Short again, down leg side, and the umpire calls that. So going to be re-bowled. Damaging when that happens in the last over of the pair. Score up to 24. Short. And played that out run. Oh, he's backed up a bit far, Hughes. And the shot at the stumps just misses. So McGrath, Blues will be looking for a wicket before the end of this pair. Short again, pulled very quickly past Jenkins. 2 runs, the score.
Yeah, missing a trick here, the Blues. They saw if they bowled full and straight, they got reward. They were just bowling too short.
Again short, and reaching for this one, Hughes. She gets it. Throw comes in, and 2 more scored. So Jenford throwing that one in. Sorry, Young. Last ball this pair. Hit in the air, but just wide of the fielder there in Lawler. And McGrath, that's the end of her over.
Great start by Johnson and Hughes.
So at the end of the first pair in this elimination semi-final, the Cyclones on to 30, chasing the target of 70. So a really good start for them, putting them into favouritism at the moment after that first pair. But anything can happen. We saw the middle 2 pairs for the Blues only had 21. So really the Blues need some wickets. And we saw wickets taken in the first couple of overs of that pair with some full bowling. So that's the sort of length they need to be aiming for.
Yeah, hopefully that's the message coming from Coach Tracy Panicasio there. Should be wanting to get them back on task, sticking to the plan.
And that injury to Jenkins, well, she seems to be okay now, but it seemed to stop the momentum of the Blues at the time. They seemed to be on top and just a little bit flat.
Yeah, a bit of look at Jenkins now. She comes into bowl.
And she showed in the first two overs, will o' the wisp, she was everywhere, you know, all over the batter, but now she's bowling. And driven into the off net for 2.
It's like, so she might have stopped it there, just the one.
So we've got
good bit of fielding.
Kirsten Smith and Anita Handono at the crease. Down leg side and called so by the umpire. Handono about up high. She drives confidently through to the back net. That'll be 5. Just getting a hand to it. On the follow through was Jenkins, but couldn't quite stop it onto the back net. So very handy 5 runs
Great
for
shot.
Handono. Putting a weight into that shot. Smith, the captain, on strike. That one down leg side. So we saw Jenkins bat well in her last pair and recovered very courageously from that knock to the eye. Boss full and straight. And this one, another beautiful on drive, this time from Smith. And that was in off the side and the back. So 4 scored there.
Both these girls look really comfortable with the drive.
And this one uppishly by Handono. Takes the stumps off. Does Heath, but they get 2 this time. So
great over there. 16 scored.
Yeah, 16. What a damaging over from those 2. Very confident on the front foot. Handono and Smith look comfortable with each other. So the Cyclones putting themselves into a dominant position in this game. Kristen McCormack into the attack. This one clipped nicely down the leg side by Handono. Nice effort from Jenkins to flick it in, but...
Some nice shape from McCormack just there, just a hint of swing. If she can get this in the right area, I reckon she might trouble both of these. They like to drive.
Again, not allowing too much there and pushing it down leg. Smith, the captain, very comfortable at the crease. She drives through the onside, another 2 runs. McCormack tries to put it on the stumps, but not in time. Smith gets through quickly. McCormack coming through from a good height. Bowling nice and full. Shortish this time, and hits the bottom of the bat. Thrown in, just misses. And they're going through for 2. Throw it at the wrong end. Ooh. As Smith was short of a ground at the keeper's end. So, one time they do hit the stumps. Batter was in their crease, so Smith was there.
Picks up the bails here. Yeah, I think Blue's still only picking up the 1 wicket in that first pair. Got their work cut out from here.
McCormack down leg side and called by the umpire. So 2 runs to total. And the runs just keep accumulating at the moment at quite a rate. So 24. And only the second over this pair. Down leg side again. McCormack chastising herself, but look, bowling a good length. Just couldn't quite get the ball across, get it to swing back. Can happen when you're bowling outswing sometimes. Just a little subtle change of the wrist movement.
Yeah, she had some good shape early in that over, but at three or so wides to close out.
So only 14 runs behind now, the Cyclones. Sarah Young going to have a crack now. Bowling to Handono on the stumps and just defends Handono. Defends as if her life depended on it. Got everything behind it. High back lift and comes around up-ish. Jenkins can't get to it. 2 scored. So 28 so far this partnership. Young, very full inside edge on the leg. No run.
Yeah, just looking for that drive.
So Kirsten Smith, 119 runs this week. This ball, lovely straight drive through the legs of everyone, including Heath. A 5 scored. Authoritative shot there from Smith. Good weight into that shot. Handono, 69 runs, proving a great foil for Kirsten Smith. Full uppish drive, just didn't get to it. On the full there, Angelina Genford. the right length from Young. Smith plays across the line and misses. So good finish from Young there. So it's partnership 35 after just 3 overs. Smith 20 and Handono 15. So 65, only 6 needed now by the Cyclones. Something would have to go seriously wrong, Anton, from here. We'll see them not win this.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've put themselves in a great position here, Cyclones. Some good batting. And Blues just have not been able to get any momentum in their direction. So.
And I think Bethany Jenkins just getting checked again by the coaching staff and maybe just having a bit of repercussion. Sometimes when you cop one in the eye, it can make the eye water for a while.
Yeah.
So mentally she seems strong. I think she might be, is she going to have a break? No, she's going to keep going. So they're going to swap positions. She's going to field on the 3 line now. So
just give herself a little bit more time to see that ball.
Yep. Heath bowling, played and missed by Handono.
Good ball there by Heath.
Sophie Heath trying to G up her team. They do need a wicket desperately. Good length again. Handono defends. Kept off the side net well by.
Seems like the Blues, the fielders are a little bit more defensive than what the Cyclones were. The Cyclones were sort of closer, more attentive.
Chloe Johnson was certainly very straight. Heath there, good length again, but into the side net. Well batted there from Smith. She's going to end up with quite a sizable score herself. Kirsten Smith this innings. Handono uppishly this time, in off the side in the back net, very effective. 4 scored. That might put them ahead now.
Some great batting here by this pair.
72 now ahead, 2 by 2 runs. Heath just lets her hitter on the foot. Smith just getting a bit far across to the offside. The beauty of indoor cricket as we hear it pour down outside. Sophie Heath full and a beautiful drive from Kirsten Smith, captain to captain, and Smith playing a dominant innings here. 2 more scored, and that's the end of this outstanding partnership.
Kirsten Smith and Anita Handono embrace. Obviously extremely happy with
one of the bigger partnerships. Yeah, one of the bigger partnerships we've probably seen this week. 44, and they're 4 runs ahead now. 74 the Cyclones versus the Blues on 70. So again, and I suppose traditionally we've seen, a lot of talent come out of New South Wales regional programs and some of the bigger cities, and it's been a strength of both indoor and outdoor cricket where we've seen the it's a lot of sport played a big part of the culture, isn't it, in New South Wales country?
Absolutely, and we've seen some extremely handy cricketers, that have played some indoor cricket from New South Wales country. Josh Hazelwood from Tamworth played a little bit of indoor cricket, and he's gone on to pretty amazing things. So,
and in New South Wales, the indoor centres in the country areas going quite strong. Do we see often multiple centres in big country centres?
Yeah, as we just see Genford come into bowl.
Plays and misses, good start.
Yeah, there's still a really strong indoor cricket presence in country New South Wales, and we're seeing that represented here with the juniors.
Yep, Genford in, very full and straight, no run possible there.
And this is what we saw Genford do in the first over of the actual innings, and it really sort of made us realise that was the length to bowl. We haven't been able to see anyone execute like she did. As she bowled short. And
I think that was 3rd ball. Taylor gets through. So again, generating some pace, Genford.
This is the pair. They need to get a minus pair out of this third pair. Just put a little bit of pressure on the last pair.
And significant pace being generated by Genford. You can see the look on her face. She desperately wants to hit the stumps.
I think if she bowls full and straight, she'll get through the defences here.
This ball and just played with respect by the batter here, so no run.
Court next to us, Victoria cruising to victory against Queensland.
Dan called leg side. They come through. Taylor very well run. Just a cheeky single down the leg side, but the Cyclones get through that over without losing a wicket. Only conceding 3, but...
And I'll probably count that as a win, I think, for the Cyclones. Genford probably the best bowler in the Blues outfit. And keep her wicketless.
10 wickets this week, Genford. It's had a good week, along with Jade Errington, the leading wicket taker for the Blues.
So Genford finishes with figures of none for 11 from her too. So great bowling, but unsuccessful with wickets.
Emily Lawler coming around the wicket, right on the middle stump, and well fielded in there by Genford again, hitting the stumps, but getting home was Taylor. So Abby Taylor and Lara Graham at the crease. Shortish and very wristly turn around. Well picked up there in close by Chloe. No, maybe not Chloe.
Would have been Young, I think, on the
I think we got a substitute, I think. Have we? 15. Don't seem to have a 15 on our... Oh, it's a 19. There we go. Sarah Young. Might be a nickname, Chloe. Lawler bowls. And this one wide outside off stump.
Keep fighting here, the Blues. Stay in the game. Cyclones looking extremely comfortable.
Played down the pitch, and again, the Cyclones not needing to take too many chances here or run if they don't have to. So the score 85, 15 runs ahead, and the Blues desperately needing wickets here. Lawler bowls, very full, squeezed out into the leg net. And Graham picks up 2. So the score on 87. Successfully negotiating the first 2 overs this pair. So the Cyclones winning 5 games in the qualifying rounds and Blues 4. Jade Errington, the other leading wicket taker this week for the Blues, but a lovely cover drive from Graham, sorry. Brings 2 runs. Oh, pulled viciously into the side net.
She got hold of that one, Taylor.
91 the score. Cyclones heading for a big total here. Errington. Again, Young just can't quite pick that up. 2 more. So just looking at the Cyclones play here, Anton, I'm a little bit surprised they've actually lost 3 games this week, but
yeah, look, they're turning it on at the right time.
Just off the leg, and they run through safely for 1.
They do have a culture of winning. They know how to win these championships. So I think every other state will be fearing that they've been able to make it this far once again, because they might not let it go.
And pulled strongly into the net, and Genford can't prevent the 2.
The Victorian team has been extremely strong this year. I don't think they've lost the game.
No. No, undefeated. And this one straight up in the air into the court. There's a chance here. The runner's in and clips the top of the stumps. Sarah Young.
Ooh, that was a close call there.
Must have been close, but Abby Taylor got home in time. So 23 for this pair after 3 overs. So we see in the adjoining semi-final, the Victorians are ahead by 4 runs during the third pair of their batting. So they should win that against Queensland.
Yeah, I think what we'll see is Cyclones v Queensland in the preliminary final. And the winner of that will play the undefeated Victoria.
Taylor on strike. And just down
Tight call there.
So we see the preliminary final tonight at 7 p.m. and we'll be covering that game live streaming. So looking forward to that. This one clipped wristily into the side net for 2. So in the Cyclones amassing a big total here.
Blues still only with the 1 wicket.
Yeah.
In this whole innings.
Yeah, it's been a dominant display by the Cyclones, and that partnership between Kirsten Smith and Anita Handono was particularly impressive. This one really thumped, and that's caught.
There we go.
Yeah, just Taylor just not quite getting over the top of that one, and Emily Lawler picking up a sharp catch off the net.
Taylor hits that pull shot quite nicely, but it's just hitting it a little bit too well into that side net and popping up for Lawler behind the line.
The score back down below 100, so 98 for Cyclones. Short and defended straight. They don't go, but out of her crease was Graham, but she gets back in time. And well stopped by Jenford in close. That ball hit solidly by Taylor.
Good bit of fielding this over from the Blues. They're not going down without a fight. It's good to see.
Well down leg side this one. They run through. And these two seem to have a good understanding. And they asked for that one to be rebowled. Short, pulled around easily. Bit of a mix-up. Graham not going straight away, but Taylor called it through. They get through for 2. So, at the end of this partnership, some outstanding batting from Lara Graham. She picked up 21. Just seemed to accumulate, Anton, without playing any sort of big shots.
Yeah, they didn't do anything out of the ordinary there. We've seen in the first couple of pairs hitting some nice straight shots, but that third pair there just building up nicely.
So 103, 33 runs ahead. What's the approach now with the Cyclones? I mean, they're 33 runs ahead. Do they just play their natural game now?
Yeah, I think they just want to bat themselves into the prelim, you know, make sure they got lots of confidence.
So the 2 Lennon girls, Claire and Anna, coming out to finish off the partnership for the Cyclones. McCormack bowling and thumped into the side net. I think that'll be 3.
Yeah, beautiful shot there by Lennon to start off her partnership.
McCormack pushing this one down leg side, so she's just wondering to herself why it's going down there, but this one much better on her legs and just probably honing towards leg stump. It's hitting the leg and they're not going for a run. And this one down leg side, yes. So
spraying him down leg side a little bit too much here today.
Falling away a little bit in her action.
And a lot of these girls have been quite tired. They've played a lot of cricket this week. So some of the...
Just needs to, well, backhander, but they don't run. But yeah, just needs to keep that front arm up a little longer.
Probably the 17s boys there, just making sure the floorboards are still there. Thank you.
Down leg side, but called a good ball. End of the over from McCormack. And she finishes with number 17 after her 2 overs. So 7 off the first over this pair. Yeah, nice floorboards here, man. I wouldn't mind these in my kitchen, actually. So, looks like the cork floorboards. Wouldn't be cheap, an exercise. So fitting it out in a centre this size.
Yeah, no, it took quite the investment. I think they got some support from some sponsors, which is great.
So this centre's recently been refurbished for the championship?
Yeah, the last probably 6 months they've done some changes. They've actually changed their court configuration. They moved things around to make it...
Jenkins, well bowled.
Bold.
Yeah, clean middle stump. Good length, good line, and nice reward for Bethany Jenkins, who showed a lot of courage this game after
she
popping
has
a ball
yeah.
early. But just the sort of length they've been striving for, I think, the Blues. Similar ball, gets a bottom edge on it. And there's a gap there at the runner's end. The throw comes in, but not quick enough. They get through for 1. Jenkins has picked up 7 wickets this week. That's her 8th. Full and inside edge, but into the side net. Lawler can't stop it.
That will go through for 4, I think. Yes.
At this late stage in the game, it's probably... doesn't make a big difference, but I'm sure Jenkins probably wouldn't think so with her figures.
We've got a minor error in the scoreboard, just getting corrected.
Just down leg side, overbalancing there, Claire Lennon, but no damage done. And again, just squeezing it out through the leg side for 2 more. So 13 scored by this pair now. 1 for 22, Beth Jenkins. So the score on 116 now, the Cyclones.
Yeah, looking very convincing here.
And Victoria on the adjoining court, 88. So 24 runs ahead of Queensland. So it looks like Victoria straight through to the grand final. They're having a very good week, the Victorian entourage.
Yeah, particularly the girls. They've dominated both the 14s and the 17s girls competitions.
Sarah Young now into the attack. And that's, yeah, it wasn't that wide, but called leg side.
A lot of extras here, we're noticing for Blues, and whether that's just a bit of fatigue setting in.
And over the top of that one is Claire Lennon. So they get through for 2. Who did you say was out for this game, Anton?
Yeah, Hannah Darlington. She's actually participating in a New South Wales Emerging Blues Academy.
Oh, okay. So is she a Cyclone or a Blue? And there's a wicket down there in the corner?
She's a Blue, yeah.
Okay. So nice reward there as Lawler takes a catch in the corner. Getting an outside edge was Lennon. Just slightly miscuing on that shot. So a little reward there for Sarah Young. Oh, beautiful on drive from Claire Lennon. And
got hold of that one.
Yeah, straight off the middle. The ball was on a good length. Not over pitched or anything, but getting right over the top of that one. Forward, plays and misses. Young hitting a good length there. Score on to 119. 1 over left after this. and plays and misses again. So Young finishing well here. So that's the end of the penultimate over, and the score 119. So a really good hit out, impressive hit out by the Cyclones in this first semi-final.
Yeah, fullback well. Obviously that disappointing loss for them in the round games against the Blues. And come back here and win so convincingly, really put them in a strong position leading into what will be the preliminary final.
Heath bowling now, upish Lee, and well caught again.
Good take.
This time by Tracy McGrath. And just down on her knees, waiting for that ball to rebound off the net. And a bit of a consolation wicket for the Blues in this last over. But they've had a very good week.
Yeah, they've got a lot to build on from here, the Blues.
And leg glance there from Lennon. Down leg side for one.
I think they retain majority of their squad for next year.
Yep.
Which will assist them.
Clean bowled, and through the defences goes Sophie Heath.
Good finish here by the Blues.
And the skipper finishing off well. A couple of wickets this over. And not many better feelings for bowlers when they get through the defences. Take the stumps. Again, straight outside edge. Let's get one there off the back net. So having won 5 of their 8 qualifying games, the Blues, no doubt they'll be disappointed as Heath bowls again. Upish Lee, but hits the floor. 1 run. No doubt be disappointed, but they've got to be pleased with their performance this week. And no doubt having a week away together would have been memorable as well.
Yeah, I'm speaking to their coach and managers. They've had a real positive week.
Through the defences again, Sophie Heath. What a last
finish.
over.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anton.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of positives to take away for the New South Wales Blues here and the girls. But yeah, tough opposition in the Cyclones, and clearly the better team when it mattered. And
so the final score 107 to 70. So the last pair just putting on 4, and a much improved bowling performance in the last 4 overs by the Blues restricted the total to 107. But the Cyclones had the game in the keeping really. 103 after those first 3 pairs, and the outstanding batting partnership between Kirsten Smith and Anita Handono. Particularly Smith, she'll be a handful in the preliminary final tonight at 7 p.m. And it looks like they'll be playing Queensland for the right to play Victoria in the grand final. So the 2 teams coming together. Beth Jenkins, a courageous performance there. She batted well in the last pair, certainly, and fielded very well, and then copping a ball. Looks like around the eye region, but hopefully she'll be all right. She finished off the innings, but a courageous performance from her. It just shows you the courage required to field in close in these games. But, yeah, no doubt they'll get together with their support crew. Quite a few of the parents dressed in the Blues outfits support them this afternoon. So, no doubt they've had a very enjoyable week, and the Cyclones go on to try and defend their
another national title. I think the Cyclones will go in as favourites into that preliminary final against Queensland, seeing as they've got a bit of a win under their belt. Queensland would be on the back of quite a loss from Victoria. So yeah, they'll go into this preliminary final with a lot of confidence, and hopefully make themselves, put themselves back into that grand final as they've been in the previous couple of years. So
it'll be interesting. Is there some feeling, some rivalry between the 2 New South Wales teams when they come together like this?
Yeah, look, there is. There's a little bit of rivalry between the country and the metro. All in good spirit, but there's definitely a bit of rivalry there, which is good. It's all.
But the Cyclones don't seem to be getting too carried away with this. They're, just doing their recovery now on court.
Yeah, they're a really professional outfit. Troy McKinnon, their coach, as I've said quite well experienced, coaches a lot of outdoor representative teams, and yeah, he'd have this team pretty well drilled.
So, and they just seem physically a little bigger,
yeah,
a little more mature, perhaps in the opposition today.
Yeah, definitely. Some of the height and some of the girls, and we saw that their strength with their batting, particularly hitting down the ground. Yeah.
So that's the end of this particular part of the live stream. We're going to take a short break before we join the next game, which is the 17s and under boys semi-final, 3rd versus 4th. And we've got New South Wales Cyclones playing ACT.
Yeah, so great. You'll be joined by Vinesh Bennett, which is one of our Australian reps in the open men's, close friend of mine, and a great advocate for indoor cricket. So you'll enjoy his company.
No doubt, as I have yours, Anton. So yeah, we've got 3 more games today, so make sure you come back and join us with some more live streaming action of the National Cricket Australia Indoor Cricket Championships here at Dubbo Sports World. So from Anton Croxford and myself, David Clear, it's bye for now.
Thank you.